So good morning, all of you. So we will start the today's topic. So starting with the today's topic. So today's topic is the reflex klestron. So this reflex klestron is a klestron oscillator. Here you can see this reflex. So this is what a reflex klestron. Unlike the previous, that is the two cavity klestron. So unlike two cavity klestron, here there is a single cavity. Here there is a single cavity. You can just see here. Okay. So this is what your reflex klestron. Just try to adjust the image in the frame so that it will be clearly visible. Okay. So here, this is what the reflex klestron. Now this reflex klestron, what we discussed previously, this is the two cavity klestron. So in the two cavity klestron, one is the buncher cavity, another is the catcher cavity, and this way it operates. But here in the reflex klestron, this is what the single cavity. Now we can just think that what is the requirement of the this reflex klestron. So if a fraction of whatever output signal, if a fraction of output is fed back to the input, so that amplifier will be your reflex klestron. So here it is an oscillator. Okay. So this reflex klestron, it is an oscillator. Here we can see this is an oscillator. So input cavity, and if the loop gain has a magnitude of unity. So in the oscillator, whatever the concept of the oscillator, so that is used here. So reflex klestron is an oscillator, but two cavity klestron is an amplifier because it has the input. And here you can see here the RF output is here. So input is work on the concept of the oscillator. So what I can say, it has a magnitude of the gain of unity with a phase shift of multiple of 2 pi. So multiple of 2 pi, we can have the phase shift. Okay. So multiple of 2 pi, the phase shift is there. So a two cavity oscillator. So we can say this is the two cavity klestron is an oscillator is usually not constructed. Okay. So two cavity klestron, what we discussed previously, because it has some disadvantage. What? Because when the oscillation frequency is varied, so whatever is there, so whatever the oscillation frequency is there, so if the oscillation frequency is varied, then the resonant frequency of each cavity and the feedback path, that is the phase shift, must be readjusted for a positive feedback. So two cavity klestron is an amplifier, and if your oscillation frequency, because in the two cavity klestron, here we have seen this two cavity klestron. So in the two cavity klestron, this is what your input. What is this? This is the RF input. Now, when this RF input is varied, if it is changed, this frequency is changed. So resonance frequency of each cavity for this buncher cavity and catcher cavity. So both the cavity, the resonance frequency of each cavity and the feedback path, whatever the feedback path is there, uh, phase shift must be readjusted for a positive feedback. So this is the to amplifier. So if this frequency change, then the cavity, for the positive feedback, the phase shift must be readjusted. So this is what the uh, disadvantage we can say for the two cavity cluster. So this disadvantage is overcome in the this single cavity klystron, and this single cavity klystron is the reflect klystron. So why it is called as the reflect klystron? Because here it is the repeller. Okay, so this is what the repeller. You can see the electrons beam is going to the repeller. Okay, so it is going to the repeller. From the repeller it gets repelled. So why it repel from the repeller? You can see whatever the voltage, whatever the voltage given to the repeller, it is what VR is the repeller voltage. So repeller voltage, whatever the voltage given to the repeller, it is the negative voltage VR. So here VO, this is what the beam voltage, and this is VR. So in the experiment that is in the lab, we do vary this VR and this VO, and then we observe the variation. We observe the function uh, of this reflect cluster. So this is what the signal, the voltage given. So only two voltages are here. VR, this voltage is given to the repeller, and PO, this is given to the anode. Now, how it works? So the functioning is the simple. Here, what you have here, you can say uh, here this is what your electron gun. Okay, so electronic generated. This is your cathode. So electron generated. This cathode is positively charged, and this this cathode is generating the electron, and this anode, whatever this anode, it is given a positive charge. So this anode do the beam will get focused, and this electron beam, it passes, it travel further. So again the velocity modulation takes place, because whatever the signal, here it acts as the oscillator. So you know the oscillation principle. It create a positive feedback, and whatever the input signal we considered previously, now here this uh, this is considered as the oscillation. Okay, oscillator principle, and this signal is given. Now here, as previous to this, when your signal is, when you are what you can say, the positive up cycle and negative up cycle. So for the you can say, for the electron that has the various uh, velocity modulation takes place. How velocity modulation can take place? Because at the you can say, at the positive uh, half cycle, the velocity of, at you can say, the maximum peak at the positive half cycle, the velocity of electron increases. At the neutral, that is at the zero value, the velocity remain constant, that you can say the reference. And at the negative half cycle, the velocity decreases. This can be referred in the Applegate diagram that we will discuss later on. Okay. So this is what the entire structure, and what happened, the beam, it form a velocity modulation. So velocity modulation, what happened, as I explained just now, that the electron, uh, if I will consider the three electrons at zero, at positive upcycle peak, and negative upcycle peak. So what happened? So if I will consider here, so the electron with a positive upcycle peak. So electron with a positive upcycle peak, it goes here. Okay. So, so the electron with a positive half cycle peak, it goes this way. It travel this way. Okay, and it goes till this, and then it repels. Why? Because it has the greater velocity. This electron is having greater velocity. Okay, it repels. The neutral reference electron. So I'll take the reference electron by the another color. So the another reference electron, it go and it repel from here, because the reference electron velocity is as it is, so it repel from the lesser distance. And the last one, you can say, the uh, the electron which is having the negative half cycle, so it goes from here and then repel from this distance. Okay, so this electron is having the higher velocity, this is having the velocity lesser, and this is having the velocity negative, means again lesser. So this is due to the positive cycle of this oscillation. This is neutral, and this is what the negative cycle. So this way, the velocity modulation takes place, and all these electrons, they are collected at here. So this cavity do the work of both. Okay, buncher cavity. So the bunching action takes place this way. Okay, so you can see the bunching action takes place this way. So and this electron that will be catched by the body of this cavity or here in the cavity, and from here you will get the output signal. Now when you will see this whatever the complete diagram, so here this is the distance, so you can say whatever the cavity, this is what is single cavity, so whatever cavity distance on the distance scale, so this cavity is having this the length, you can say, that is d. Okay, and this is what the velocity modulation, or you can say the drift velocity, drift distance. So this is denoted by L, that is from the cavity to the repeller. So this is what your distance L. Okay, so this is what your whatever the uh, so you can say this is what your mm, length or the distance according. Okay, so this is what your length specification. Now we will go further. Okay, so what we will do now, we will just do here the Applegate diagram. So if is there any problem till now, so you can ask, otherwise we will go further. Is there any problem? Okay, so it is similar to your two cavity cluster. Okay, so what now, what we will do, we will go for the another diagram. Okay, so the another diagram is the Applegate diagram. So in the Applegate diagram, I'll draw here the Applegate diagram. So here the ah, Shubham, do you have any question?
सर क्लेस्ट्रॉन एम्पलीफायर अभी टेस्ट में नहीं है ना, ये मॉड्यूल 4 का पार्ट है ना?
No, this is part of model 4.
थैंक यू सर.
So uh, this is what your reference, you can say. Okay, and I'll just consider the 3 full cycles. Okay, so the cycles what I consider. Um, so this is what I'm doing, the waveform I'm drawing. So to understand this is called the Applegate diagram. Okay, so this Applegate diagram, it is this way. So I'll just do this Applegate diagram. Okay, I'll draw it, this way. So whatever this is the third year up cycle, then this is what your third up cycle. Hmm. Then this is, I'll just draw this. I'll just replicate this cycle. So this is what this cycle. So I'll just replicate the second cycle, and you need a third cycle. So this is what a third cycle. Okay. So 3 cycles we have here. Okay. So 3 cycles are I'll just put the third cycle. Okay. So these are the 3 cycles. Now these 3 cycles, positive and negative aspect. So what happens? I'll consider the electron. Now what I'll consider the electron at 3 different positions. This is, I can say here, this is 1 electron, so 1 position. So I'll consider this is at the positive of cycle, may be called as early electron. So this I will call early electron. Then second, this reference electron. So at this position, I'll take this electron. So this position, that is the reference electron, and at the third position, that is the negative. Okay. So whatever the things I have shown here, that is the electron, how they will travel. Okay. So more velocity. So as this is the positive of cycle, negative of cycle, again positive and negative of cycle. So what happened? This is here will be some my reference. So how they are traveling, I will just give you the electron. Okay. So here these the early electron, it start from here. Okay. So I'll take the another reference. the another reference line for the traveling of this electron. Now this early electron from here, so I'll just mark this position. So this early electron, it will start from here and it will go this way. So it will be in this way. So this is what first electron that we can see the early. Then I'll take the another electron, another position. This is what the reference is. I'm using the same color so that you can correlate with the electron position. So it will go here, but the velocity of this electron is comparatively less. So this electron travel this much distance, this electron travel comparatively less. So this electron, the early electron travel larger distance, this electron travel the lesser distance. Okay. So this is the electron and this position. So the third electron. So this third electron, it is by the black. So this is what the reference. So this again it is going for the lesser distance. Okay. So you can compare the distance. So as it is shown here, this electron it is going more blue electron. So I have shown like a blue line. This electron is of, you can say here, reference electron. So I'll just name this. So this is, I'll say early electron. This electron, early electron, E I will name. So this is early. What this electron? So this is what the reference electron, ER I will name. Just take it here. So this is ER. And the third electron, that is the electron with a negative of cycle. So it is called E late electron. Okay. So this is EL. So this is EL, late electron. Now these three electrons, they will travel and at this position. Okay. So I can say with a reference electron, so at this position, at this position here, they will be at this position, at this position, they will be together all. So I can just see this electron. So I can, so here it will be forming a little bit curve. So this electron is going this way. Okay, so here the curvature will form. Then this electron okay. So this electron and the third electron this is what your third electron. It will be as they will not be very sharp, so they will, here they will be the smooth line here at the top. So again, okay. So what you can see from here, the early electron, the reference electron, and the late electron. So this electron, they are, this is what my reference signal. Okay, so this is what my reference. So if I will take this as the reference, because whatever the reference line I have, so I have taken this line. And this line again, where is it is forming a bunch. So whatever this entire cycle, so from here one half cycle, another half cycle, so it is forming uh, one half cycle, one complete cycle. Okay, so from here to here one complete cycle, here again one more half cycle, so it is one and half, and it is half of the half. Okay, so whatever this entire distance from this location to this location, how much we will calculate. So this is what one cycle. This is from here to here. It is one cycle. Okay, this is half cycle. Okay, and this is what you can say the half of the half. So one and half. So 3/4. One complete 4. So this is, you can say, 3/4. So this entire, it is 3/4. 3/4. This entire from here to here, it is 3/4. So whatever this reference, so this is, this entire thing is called one complete, one complete 3/4. 1 and 3/4. So this is what your the punching, and this is what your velocity modulation. So early electron, the reference electron, and the late electron, the distance they travel. So this is what positive half cycle. So they travel more and having the more velocity. This is the reference moderate. This is the late, so traveling less distance. So this is on the distance scale also. You can observe the same thing is here. This is called the Applegate diagram. This is required in the exam. So this is what uh, about the reflect electron. So this is what the diagram for the reflect electron. So if there is any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we can. This topic is over. Anything else? Is there any doubt in this reflect electron? Okay. So now we will stop here.